Good morning, gals. I hate emojis. To me, the adult who uses an emoji when writing is the rhetorical equivalent of a man who reaffixes training wheels on his bicycle, or a woman who chooses to sport a diaper under her business suit. Good readers, intelligent writers do not require visual prompts. The emoji is the 21st century equivalent of the TV sitcom laugh track. So, imagine my disgust when last year some of my repellent students gleefully informed me that the Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year, the word that best embodied the mood, ethos, and preoccupations of 2015, was this. It's not even a word! Face with tears of joy. Crying with laughter. I asked myself, what do these emoji-using, sippy-cup-drinking, anti-Jack reachers know about humor? Humor. The reasons why we laugh. Whew, that's biologically, psychologically, linguistically, and culturally complex. And, well, and again, some things are just really funny.
Nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. What are you doing? Having a game of nighttime, daytime.
I read an article in the Huffington Post about British psychologist Richard Wiseman and his quest to find the funniest joke in the world. Now, Wiseman and his team polled over 1 million people and asked them to rank their favorite jokes, analyzed the results, and he claims to have found what is at least empirically the funniest joke in the world, a joke which will end this presentation. Wiseman and his research are relevant to this day's theme of fusion because he claims that there is a pattern to the jokes we find funniest, a fusion of comedy, duh, and tragedy. Oh. By the way, the Oxford English Dictionary tells us that the word fusion comes from the Latin fundere, which means to pour or to melt. When we are sad at a tragedy, our eyes melt or pour with tears. But when we're happy at a comedy, what we would expect to be a state of pure pleasure, it seems that there is also discomfort. Perhaps that stupid emoji is not so stupid after all. A classic joke, then, according to the research of Wiseman and others, is a mixture of two ingredients: comic misdirection and an awareness of mortality. Most jokes involve some kind of misdirection, such as the old favorite about two goldfish in a tank. We smile at what's called the kick of discovery, but other jokes also make us shudder at our finite existence, the swerve and the headstone. Here are two of my favorite examples.
Whoa, what's that?
Apple walnut muffin.
Don't mind if I do.
I mind if you do.
Whoa. What's in this?
It's an apple walnut muffin, so apple.
Oh no.
walnut-
I'm allergic to apples.
Okay, if you're allergic to apples, then just spit it out.
Well, I'm allergic to other stuff. What else is in this?
What else are you allergic to?
Walnuts. Egg, yeast, flour, milk, muffins.
All right, so you're listing things that are in muffins, then you also said muffins, so definitely spit it out.
Cheese.
You're probably safe there, but I would still spit it out.
I can't spit it out because my throat's closing. Why'd you give it to me?
I didn't give it to you. You took it from me, knowing full well it was an apple walnut muffin.
So that's an apple walnut computer. You don't see me eating that.
Did you think my muffin was a computer?
I just realized I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because of the muffin, because of you. There's gonna be blood on your hands.
You're not gonna die.
I'm gonna die just like that president did.
What president died from the muffin?
Fun fact, Millard Fillmore.
That's not true. Okay, just spit it out.
My
Spit it
throat
out.
closing, I can't spit it out. Have you seen the new Facebook redesign? It's really whack. It's so bad. Yeah, the way they do it is like little small subtle changes so you don't notice it, but I notice it. I think I'm gonna start a group. It's called like 1 million or 10 million strong again. Well, I haven't figured out the name of the group yet, but it's definitely gonna be strong enough.
Well now, Mr. Perkins, it was good of you to come in. I realize that you're a busy man, but I didn't think this matter could be discussed over the electric telephone.
No, absolutely, Headmaster. I mean, if Tommy's in some sort of trouble, then I'd like to nip it in the bud.
Well, quite frankly, Tommy is in trouble. Recently, his behavior has left a great deal to be desired.
Dear.
He seems to take no interest in school life whatsoever. He refuses to muck in on the sports field. And it's weeks since any master has received any written work from him.
Dear me.
Quite frankly, Mr. Perkins, if he wasn't dead, I'd have him expelled.
Beg your pardon?
Yes, expelled. If I wasn't making allowances for the fact that your son is dead, he'd be out on his ear.
Tommy's dead?
Yes, he's lying up there in sick bay now, stiff as a board and bright green. And this is, I fear, typical of his current attitude. You see, the boy has no sense of moderation. One moment he's flying around like a paper kite, and the next moment he's completely immovable. And beginning to smell.
How did he die?
Well, is that important?
Yes, I think so.
Well, it's all got to do with the library. You see, we've had a lot of trouble recently with boys taking out library books without library cards. Your son was caught, and I administered a beating during which he died. But you'll be glad to know... You'll be glad to know that the ringleader was caught, so I don't think we'll be having any more trouble with library discipline. You see, the library card system...
I'm sorry.
Was...
You beat my son to death?
Yes, so it would seem. Please, I'm not used to being interrupted. You see, the library card system was introduced...
Exactly what happened?
Well, apparently boys were just slipping in the library and taking the books.
No, during the beating.
Oh, that? Well, one moment he was bending over, the next moment he was lying down. I mean, deadish. Mr. Perkins, I find this morbid fascination of yours with your son's death quite disturbing. What I'm talking about is his attitude. And quite frankly, I can see where he gets it from.
Well, it wasn't me that beat him to death.
Well, that was perfectly obvious to me from the first day he arrived here. I wondered then, as I wonder now, if he might not have turned out to be a very different boy indeed if you had administered a few fatal beatings early on.
Are you mad? Now,
curious. In order to accommodate the funeral, I've had to cancel afternoon school on Wednesday.
This is preposterous.
Yes, it is. Or at least it would be if it were true.
What?
I've been joking, Mr. Perkins. Pardon me, it's my strange academic sense of humor. I've been pulling your leg.
Thank God.
I wouldn't cancel afternoon school to bury that little shit.
I'll let Richard Wiseman have the last word. Two hunters, let's call them Frank and Joe, are in the middle of the forest when suddenly Joe drops his rifle, clutches his chest, and collapses. He's not moving, and his eyes are glazed over, and in a panic, his friend Frank calls the operator. 911, 911, I think my friend is dead. What should I do? And the operator replies, Sir, calm down. I'm here to help. Now, the first thing to do is make sure your friend is dead. There's a pause on the line, then a loud bang. And then Frank picks up the phone and says, okay, now what? Thank you very much.